and Veno get Clix his first FNCS win. In a very wholesome recent interview that Veno did, he said that he wants to give Clix his best FNCS placement ever.
What I want to do is I want to give Clix his best ever placement. That's what I want to do. You know, I do want to compete in Dallas, you know, honestly, all I want is to give Clix his best ever placement. I think he deserves it for how long he's been playing. I think he deserves it for how much entertainment he's given, you know, people watching Fortnite and kids growing up. You know, I was at his computer before we came on to do this, and I was reading letters he had got from kids. Oh. And I thought, this is the stuff that matters, and this is the stuff like I wanna have that. Where are my letters? Have I not done enough?
So it is very clear that Veno is going to be fully locked in for this FNCS because he wants to be able to get Clix his best ever FNCS placement, which if you don't know would be a top 3. But in today's video, I want to talk about how realistic that goal actually is and if they will actually be able to do it. Real quick before this video starts though, I'm actually trying to hit 50,000 subscribers by the end of summertime. So if you guys are new to the channel, please just subscribe right now and turn on notifications. If you guys want to support me even more, the best way to do so is by using code KDOG in the Fortnite item shop. If one day we're able to hit 100,000 subscribers, that would be like winning FNCS to me. So if you want to help me win FNCS, just subscribe to the channel. Without further ado, let's get straight into this video. So Clix's best FNCS placements ever are a 4th place with Epic Whale, a 4th place with Dukes, and then a 7th place with Day. In 2 of those FNCSs, he was the IGL, and then the only FNCS that he has not IGL to a 4th place is the one that he recently played with Epic Whale. And since he is back to being that full-on fragger role, especially playing with Veno now, I think this is the role that suits Clix the best, and I do not think that Clix should go back to IGLing. I think he is just suited better for playing that more just fragger role. And Veno is the perfect type of player that he needs to play with because Veno is not afraid to yell at him and tell him which mistakes he has made. And we have already seen that through the first couple of tournaments so far this season. I honestly believe that is one of the reasons why Clix ended up leaving Epic Whale, because he knows that he needs someone that is going to be getting on his head for any of the mistakes that he makes, and someone that will hold him accountable and is not afraid to yell at him. And some of his past duos just haven't really been able to do that. Like if you look at it, he played with Epic Whale, he played with Dukes, and he played with Day. Like those are like 3 of like the nicest players in the scene. So going from that to playing with Veno, who is one of the most aggressive players and somebody that is not afraid to tell you their mind, it is a very big change for Clix. And if Clix is able to put his ego aside, which so far it seems like he has been able to do, but with FNCS starting today, it will be the first real test on if Clix is able to handle the intense IGLing that Veno does. There is one big but though, and that is that this FNCS is different than any FNCS we have ever had before. This is going to be one of the most stacked lobbies we have ever seen in Fortnite history. Like you're basically getting an FNCS Globals lobby inside of just a regular Grand Finals and a regular Finals lobbies in general. You have all of the big name teams like Acorn and Cold, Peterbot and Pollo, Cooper and Kanata, Booga and Aviv, Iamzo and Tayson, Re and Rituals, Mongrel and Mr. Savage, Pink and Miro, and a bunch of other teams that I haven't even gone over yet. So I actually want to go over this list that I saw get posted today, and it is the top 10 duos heading into FNCS Qualifier 1, basically based off of the 2 duo cash cups we've seen so far this season. So if you actually look at this list, it is first place is Acorn and Cold, and I feel like they definitely do deserve this spot so far, especially with the Boombo getting nerfed, and now the Nitro POI with the Infinite Nitro coin is by far the best coin in the game. They should definitely be number 1 on this list. Peterbot and Pollo got 2nd place. I'm not 100% sure why they're so high on this list. Maybe it's just out of the respect factor from last season, but I still would put them in 2nd place on this list. They have like the Siphon medallion type of coin that heals you up to 75 HP, and obviously we all know how good Peterbot and Pollo both are, so that I wouldn't agree with that being the top 2 either. Kylie and Vert are in 3rd on this list, and a lot of people might be saying who even is that, but I've honestly been saying all season so far that this is one of the most underrated teams on this region. Kylie has just recently came over from EU this season to be able to play with Vert, and in both of the duo cash cups they ended up placing 5th both times. So just starting off with right there, Clix and Veno would have to be able to beat out one of those 3 teams to be able to get Clix his best FNCS placement ever. But there are still a lot of other big names on this list. We have Cooper and Kanata in 4th, who I feel like they just got massively nerfed once again because of the bow. Aviv and Booga are in 5th. This one's a little bit questionable to me. I would maybe put them closer to like the 9-10 range, but let me know what you guys think about that in the comment section down below. Iamzo and Tayson are in 6th. Iamzo and Tayson to me should be a lot higher. I have been super high on Iamzo and Tayson all season, to me, they are at least a top 3 team on this region. Reet and Rituals are in 7th after getting 2nd place in last season's FNCS. I know they have struggled a bit so far in these cash cups, and they are going to be contested by what looks like the OCE boys that are coming over, but I still feel like they're at least a top 5. Batman, Booga, and Rapid are in 8th. They're really only there because they won the first cash cup. I don't have them in my top 10 personally still. Muzz and Trashy are another very underrated team that I could definitely see being able to place top 10 in this FNCS, maybe even a top 5. I really think Muzz is going to qualify for the LAN event. And then Adriz and Rise are in 10th place. I don't have too much of a complaint with that one either. But that still means you have a lot of big names off of this list, like Miro and Pink, Bucky and Okus, Mongrel and Mr. Savage, who have been playing insane recently. So this is going to be one of the hardest FNCSs we have ever seen. If we go over their 2 duo cash cup performances so far this season, they got a 22nd and a 20th while uncontested both of the times, and both of the performances were just very disappointing to me, honestly. A lot of people had really high hopes for them coming into the first couple cash cups, and it was often just one of them having to solo clutch. They just weren't really playing that good as a team together. Their vibes were off basically the entire second cash cup, and this is where a lot of people are beginning to doubt Clix now. And then a lot of the Veno fanboys are also saying that he should drop Clix because this duo just isn't going to work, and he went all the way to NA for this duo to just not work out. I made a couple of notes on some things that they need to work on before FNCS starts, starting off with they need to be able to get Storm Surge. A problem that Clix has always had in his career is whenever he is uncontested at a drop spot, he seems to struggle getting Storm Surge so much, and that seems to be a current problem with him and Veno as well. If this team is able to learn some Storm Surge routes or figure out a team next to them that they can fight for Surge, then their FNCS is going to be a lot easier. But if they are not, this is going to be one of the most difficult watches for FNCS we have seen. Another thing is they just need to be able to stick together more. It's very hard in this meta to be able to play split up because of the fact that someone can just nitro in your box at any second. So if Clix and Veno are able to stay together more throughout their rotates, and I mean like Clix needs to stick directly on him during rotates, the only time they should really be split up is when they're going for Storm Surge, but they also have to know their surroundings because any team could always just creep up on them and nitro straight into one of their boxes if they are a solo going for Surge. The other thing that I feel like nobody really talks about is Clix is such a big vibes player. Like if the vibes are good in his duo and things are going well, he just plays even better. But as soon as the vibes go down, he is just 10 times worse. He's less confident. So if Veno really starts to yell at him if they're playing bad, if Veno's blaming him or they're dying to Surge a lot, I could definitely see the vibes going down a lot for this duo and them playing bad. So to me, the best way for them to be able to perform at a peak performance is the vibes have to stay good. Veno has to uplift Clix more than he yells at him. I know a lot of people say that, like even me earlier saying that Veno needs to yell at him, and now looking back at it, I agree to it to a certain extent, simply just because of how big of a vibes player Clix is. Like if Clix is able to stay happy throughout this tournament, I think that is where you're going to get the best performance out of him. Other than that though, let me know what you guys thoughts about this video are in the comment section down below. Let me know what placement you guys think Clix is going to end up getting this FNCS. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. Remember, we are trying to hit 50k by the end of summertime. Use code KDOG in the Fortnite item shop to support me even more. Thank God for another day, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out.